my memory for September 25th. Like I just mentioned, um, you know, another of the stories from going to those conventions in character was our traveling circus performers. And there were 6 of us that went to one of the charity casino nights as traveling circus performers. There were 3 of us that were bearded ladies, and there were 3 of us that went as insane clowns. Karen, TK, and Paul, another friend of ours, were clowns. My mother, Jim, another friend of ours from Rhode Island now, and myself were the bearded ladies. There's a lot of great memories from that night. 2 that always stand out are at the end of the night, TK, we've been gambling. I don't remember if we had, because the way that the casino night worked was, you would go in, you could pay $5 or more than $5, but basically for every $5 you paid, you got a certain amount. I don't remember, 5,000, charity dollars, which were just play money. You would then go around and play any number of casino games. They had poker, blackjack, craps, roulette, everything. And you would play that, and then they had these old black and white films of horse races from anywhere from like the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, just old horse races. And you never knew what, race was what. But then they would rename each of the horses for different comic book characters, or artists or whatever. So you would win your money at playing different games. They would have 12 or 13 races air on a screen that they projected. And prior to that, they have people go around, or you could go up to a betting booth area and place your bets on the horses. If your horse finished first, second, or third, you won a certain number of tickets. So something like every $100 you bet, if they finished first, you got three tickets for every 100, second, 2, and third one. But you could bet like 1,000 if your horse came in first, and you did 30 tickets, so that sort of thing. And then at the end of the night, any amount of money you had left over, you could go ahead and buy additional tickets, but they were much more expensive. It was like $5,000 per one ticket. So the key obviously was win consistently throughout the night and place lots of bets on the races to try and get as many tickets as you could to win items that were donated. There were some good items. We won a signed unopened Wolverine action figure that was signed by Stan Lee, complete with the certificate of authenticity. Signed Brent Spiner picture. There's a lot of cool stuff that we won. They weren't all signed, but some of them were very cool. And the casino night usually happened on Friday evening. The convention that we would go to in Pittsburgh would run Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But we would get there Thursday and start doing our thing on Thursday. So by Friday evening, unless there was a reason for us not to be, me and TK and the core of the group that were drinkers, not Karen because she was not a drinker, but the rest, those of us that had usually been drinking for 24 hours or so, to some degree or another. Mostly me and TK and ADM if he was there. But anyway, this particular one, when we had gone as the traveling circuit performers, The two memories for that day are, at the end of the night, we had placed a bet or something. I think our horse had come in first, and we were like, yeah, all right. And as the night got near the end, we bet more and more money, more and more of the fake money, because we didn't have anything left over at the end. So I think we had bet, and the horse had finished, and they made the announcement that, okay, and Spawn came in first. And I was like, yeah, that was Spawn. And T is like, yeah. And he jumps up, stands up on his chair, and he's got a can of silly spray that he is ready just to spray over the crowd as a celebration, doing this crazy, Krusty the Clown type of laugh. And he jumps up, and having drunk just enough, is unaware that as he's holding on the silly string, it's pointing right back at him. It's pointing in the wrong direction. So he sprays it, hits himself, starts to laugh, hits himself in the face, and is completely, like, unable to stop spraying himself in the face because his brain is going, I don't know what's happening. Why is this hitting me in the face? And he falls over backwards and plays it off like, ha ha ha. He later was like, I had no idea that was going to be in the face. I was just ready to spray it out over the crowd. And everyone there, I mean, except for us, but the crowd seemed to think, oh, this was just a brilliant move by that guy playing the clown. He totally played that off like a physical gag. But it was actually a real gag that was hilarious. And then the other part of the night was that I played a bearded lady. My bearded lady, I played this character as having an oral fixation, and always needed to have a cigarette in her mouth. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life, just haven't. But I would have the cigarette in my life, and I'd always be like, "Give me another cigarette, honey," and then T would give me another cigarette, and I would just sit there and leave it in my mouth. Until it got too soggy and would fall away, and it was hilarious. At the beginning of the night, we had planned that we would each go down in groups of two to the casino night because we wanted there to be like a rising question. We didn't want to all show up together as a group. We wanted to be kind of like, oh, there's the guy in the wheelchair that goes as a character, and the guy that's with them. Okay. They're a clown and bearded lady. Cool. But then for those who didn't really know or were aware of us, just the idea that every 10 minutes or so, another clown or bearded lady was showing up, apparently independent of the rest of the group, would start to become very, where are all of these clowns and bearded ladies coming from? So we did that. And as TK and I are entering the main casino area, there was a crew apparently down there filming a documentary on conventions around the country, and doing interviews with the various convention goers. And both TK and I stayed in character the entire time. I have no idea if the documentary ever actually got made, but I do know that somewhere out in the universe there is film with me as a bearded lady, complete with a padded bra that had been applied by my mom and stuffed by my mom and K-Rock, out there somewhere in the universe. So that is my memory for September 25th.